This is Alphonsus Davis, past principal of the Spalding High School, now Alphonsus Davis High School. Tune in to Sherlock Robinson YouTube live channel. Share, subscribe, like, make your comments. He's doing a very good job in the community. Please give him your support.
Guys, we have
Mr. Shaw?
unveiled
1,
project.
2, 3. Yeah. Come on now.
We have it, guys.
One more set. TJ one that come side by side. Yeah, man, we need you to picture. We don't know things. The refreshments. Come in the middle there.
Yes, go to the other.
No, come on my side. Go over that side.
See my again. In the white shirt. Right here. Yes. You got that jacket?
I'm seeing all the appreciation for the pictures of the future Christiana tax office.
We have it, guys.
Wonderful.
Boss, please, let me take him good. Lord God, you are good, Mr. Sasha. Let me take you good, my boss. All right, sir, thank you very much.
Guys, this is where the new tax office is going to be in Christiana. So far, you see the machinery. And today is the official breaking of ground, or would they say ground breaking. So you have the finance minister, you have the current member of parliament, Mr. Alisha, Honorable Alisha, you have Honorable Nigel Clarke, and some other officials. So this is a symbol. So lots of media personnel are here on site to view this historic development here in Christiana, Northeast Manchester. So not long from now, we're having a brand new tax administration office, different from the one at Apple Tree Plaza.
Wait a minute.
Alright, so you're going to look towards where the cameras are.
Right.
I'm going to give you a call. You're going to join your shovel. You can put your hands on it. You can put your hands on it. On your foot.
On your foot, this is yours. On your foot.
They're seeing
You got this one?
On three. Look at this though. And then.
Go back up. One more.
You ready?
Wait. We're lifting our turn. We're going on a slow 3 going up. A slow 3.
One,
Alright, ready?
one,
We're doing this, right?
two,
Alright.
one.
Everybody together.
Three. Don't throw yet. Ready? Go now.
There you have it, guys.
One more.
That's the official breaking
May
of
not have been,
ground.
may not have been synchronized completely.
Tax administration office here in
Everybody,
Christiana.
tell us when to turn.
Location
Right?
is Savoy.
Everybody.
They have it.
Got it? Perfect. Well done.
You guys are good?
Very good. Anyway, hello. Next time I'll get a green Everyone to move them too far. I can think it's too much.
Me I go man. If love one more, the minister me I go marry. Take me daughter, let me take me Sasha.
When they gone. Yeah, Mr. Powell, you have to wait for the show, yeah? Alright. Where them gone? Show them gone. Huh? What are you doing with them? You have pictures of it? Oh, you have pictures of it in the road. When you get your picture? Get me the picture on the right. I need my phone later. No, what are you doing with him? You better say it. Oh boy. One of a kind.
There you have it. On site.
You wanna say so big? What's it representing? Right there? Brother?
We're in Savoy, Christiana. Yeah.
Madam Master Ceremonies, Custos
making his
of
presentation just now.
the parish, Minister of Transport and Mining. Now we know what they call him, man a yard. This is the original yard that they were talking about. Caretaker for the constituency from the opposition, head of chairman of the TAJ, Mr. Paul Layla, Commissioner General of the TAJ, Reverend who prayed on our behalf, ladies and gentlemen, staff of the TAJ, media, members of the Christiana community, good afternoon. No, I'm not going to sing, you know. I mean, I could try. The cool hills of Christiana. Quite attractive environment to live and raise families. Those who would have ventured from Kingston would have seen the progress being made with the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of the highway. And soon and very soon, we have some allocation that will be announced next week that will ensure that soon and very soon we'll all be able to drive on that highway on the route to Mandeville and of course Christiana. And with the infrastructure strategy of the government of Jamaica, we're connecting the country and enabling commerce and increased efficiency and increased productivity. Now, we all interact with public services on a daily basis. Regardless of your station in life, you come into contact with public services. Whether you drive on the roads, or you take the bus, or you drop your kids at school, or you take your uncle to the clinic or the hospital, we all have to interact with public services at some point in time. And of course, everyone interacts with the tax offices. Well, at least everyone should. And the services offered by the tax offices have been offered over many decades, going all the way back. In fact, some of our tax laws go back to the 1940s, some of them go back even earlier. And to facilitate those pieces of legislation, Jamaica went around and built tax offices around the country. In fact, you know how you can know where you are by seeing the sign from the Adventist church? Yes. You know what I mean? If you're ever lost, you just say, where's the Adventist church again? And let me show you, and just look upon the sign. You don't have to ask no question, you know where you are then. Well, it's the same thing with the tax offices. Because all across Jamaica, in every town, almost, we have a tax office. Certainly every parish capital, a tax office that serves the people of Jamaica. But the problem is exactly that those tax offices would have been built a long time ago, from horse and buggy days, based on what the Honorable Audley Shaw gave on the extent of his tenure. I'm sure he's familiar with what I'm talking about. Not really, it's before your time. But from horse and buggy days, those tax offices were where they are today. And as a result, they're woefully inadequate to serve Jamaicans today. Our tax offices in many parts of the country do not have enough parking space because they were built at a time when cars, or certainly the vision or the thought was that cars would not become as dominant a mode of transportation as they are today. Our tax offices not only are constrained in their parking, but they're also constrained in their internal accommodation. The number of service points, the number of seats. And as a result, it can be an experience for taxpayers that leaves something to be desired. But not only for taxpayers, or taxpayers sometimes on a Friday afternoon, end of month, you can always know where the tax office is in. I could have blindfolded you, just drive through. All you have to do is say, show me the place with the crowd and with the people extending out into the sidewalk. That is the tax office. Now, the tax office obviously has been improvising and making sure that where that happens, we have chairs outside and we have tents for people to sit comfortably. But that's a stopgap measure. The fact of the matter is that our tax offices were built for a different time and for a different Jamaica. Now, not only is it the infrastructure that we have of tax offices today below par for taxpayers, but it is also below par for employees who service the public in these tax offices. Because the number of employees has had to grow as Jamaica's grown. And we have to make sure that we have ample facilities within the premises of those tax offices for persons to carry out their functions in relative comfort and ease. Now, Jamaica went through a long period of macroeconomic instability, over 5 decades of instability, chronic problem of high debt. And as we embark on what will be the entry into the domain of our national debt being lower than the pre-FinSAC years, it presents us with an opportunity to change our circumstances. Now, when everybody sees the budget, everybody believes that it's in a recurrent budget that our future lies. And indeed, the recurrent budget is dominated by salaries and wages and by interest. But our future doesn't lie because the recurrent budget just deals with today. And no matter how much, what your station may be in life, in the private sector, could be a high earning person, or in the public sector, no matter how much you may earn, you need to, in order to have a good quality of life, you need good schools, good hospitals, good tax offices. And it is by investing in public investment projects like what we are here to recognize and celebrate today that we actually improve quality of life. And as we enter this domain with our debt going lower, the possibility exists with the fiscal space that is created for us to address the deficiencies in our infrastructure in the country. And by addressing and improving those infrastructure deficiencies, we thereby improve quality of life. Now, when we speak about infrastructure, yes, it includes highways and roads and bridges. But when we speak about infrastructure, we also mean the physical infrastructure that warehouses the delivery of public services. And over the next decade, Jamaica is going to be in a position to spend hundreds of billions of dollars to improve public service delivery through infrastructure upgrades. And here today, we are to celebrate the infrastructure upgrade for the Christiana tax office. Now, them usually say that person christening picnic first, but that don't seem to be the case today, because all I know, when we reveal these photographs, I see the pretty building. All the people in Kingston and St. Andrew are gonna say, wait a minute, what about me? Because them said when I come last year, them call the money pretty money. And I think when we see this now, they're going to say pretty building. And in Kingston and St. Andrew, where we do have the same challenge, in fact, we have it to an even larger degree at some of our tax offices. Minister Shaw, the constituents in St. Andrew Northwestern and other constituencies in the Kingston and St. Andrew area are going to ask, what about me? So what I have to say to them is that the Tax Office of Jamaica, the Tax Administration of Jamaica, the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is working on an upgrade to tax offices across Jamaica. And what we celebrate here today is a prelude to what we will unveil across Jamaica over a number of years. Let me make it clear. Next anybody say, April come on. So wait, Minister of Tax Office, what the minister talk about? It takes time, right, to plan and to do procurement and so forth. But over the next few years, our plan is to upgrade tax offices across Jamaica. We've already started in Montego Bay with the renovation, a major renovation of tax office there. We'll come back in a few months. I can talk about it. In a few months, your big cousin down on they're relatively flat to you or they're up from you? Mandible is flat to you. Yeah, well, it all depends on your perspective. But your big cousin, we're going to right up here at Pike. Well, you have one proud Christiana brethren here. I'm telling you, proud Christiana brethren. Which is why we have a lovely highway. So the renovation of Montego Bay is underway, and we're going to break ground on Mandeville before too soon, but shh, I don't want to talk too much, and others in the pipeline to come. Now I'm talking about it publicly because I want TAJ to know that the people of Jamaica know. Right, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Commissioner General, Madam Property Manager, and senior executives of TAJ, we're telling all of Jamaica that we are on a mission to improve the quality of services in the public sector in general and in the tax administration, Jamaica in particular. And we are going to approach it from multiple points of view, and a critical angle is going to be to improve the physical environment. So I say to TAJ, bring the projects. We will make the capital expenditure space available. Bring the projects. Let's renovate tax offices and improve them across Jamaica. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's not simply about getting the debt down. It's not about the fiscal balance or the primary balance. Those are not ends in themselves. They're merely means to an end. And the end that we seek is to improve and increase the quality of life of the Jamaican citizen. And there's no better way to do it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So they will see Mr. Audley Shaw being escorted to the platform to give a speech on behalf of the Christian division as he is a member of parliament here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me first of all acknowledge the Honorable Custos of Manchester and my friend and brother, the Minister of Finance. Mr. Later. I haven't seen you for a while. Minister, I'll be working hard. And of course, Mr. Ainsley Powell of the Tax Administration of Jamaica. All right. Reverend, thanks for your prayer. And then, of course, I have to also acknowledge my worthy opponent. And in fact, we have such a good relationship that I want her to stay in that position for as long as possible. I really think she's doing a good job, you know. All right, back to the script. I just really want to especially thank the Honorable Minister for getting to the point where we finally will put into place this facility for taxes in Northeast Manchester. And I want to just say to the Minister that it's not just the fact that as a former minister who served as finance minister for 6 years, that I wanted this. But it's not that's not the reason alone, Minister. But that the fact is that Christiana is the second largest town in the parish of Manchester. And what's unique about Christiana is that we are an entrepot point for quite a number of constituencies. We are just about 5 miles up the road. About 4 parishes meet. Right? So we have Manchester, we have Clarendon, we have St. Anne, and we have Trelawney. 4 parishes meet 5 miles away. So Christiana becomes an entrepot point that instead of people wanting to go to Brownstone in St. Anne or to go to down, in Trelawney by the seaside or in Clarendon, they can it's shorter for them to come to Christiana. So I'm really happy that finally we are breaking the ground here for the construction of this very important facility. So I really want to thank you, Minister, and to thank your staff for not forgetting about Christiana and Northeast Manchester, right? And I just want to say I just saw another one of my opponents, former opponent. Oh, former, okay, right. But I have to tell you, he has now become a major businessman in our town. Okay? So now we are even extra friends. Right? And Minister, I'm not going to stay much any longer, but I think, as I said, next month, 30 years as MP, and I've gone through about, it's either 8 or 9 opponents, I'm not sure. Some of them name me never remember. But anyway, let me shut up now. and thank everyone for coming. And this is really a significant moment for us. And I also want to end by saying, Minister, I need some help from you, okay? I've already appealed to the Prime Minister. In the same way that this land is owned by government, you haven't bought it, because we had the Public Works Department had an office here, right? But we also have other government properties in the constituency. Not far from here, we have an area that can become and should become a heart, an agency for the heart training program. Because in the same way that we have this location for taxes that runs across parishes, same way we have the capacity to train people across parishes. So I need your support for the heart program to take on one of those properties and create a nice heart training program as well. So thank you very much, and God bless everyone. Thank you.